I can't just wave my magic wand and say, sorry, we'll take it back. It's on there. You have a felony. Let's turn the record on. I don't move too fast and get situated here. We have finished our misdemeanor arraignments, and we're going to address our felony pre-exam conferences. One of those matters is People versus Jessica Pangle. That's you?
Yes.
We've met before. I'm Judge Middleton, and you're here with your lawyer, Mr. John Bush. File.
A mother, a DUI, and a child in the back seat. This isn't just another courtroom case. Jessica Pangle faces felony drunk driving charges, and the stakes? Her freedom, her family, and her future behind the wheel.
If I didn't say it, is 251547. You're charged with operating while intoxicated, third offense, and child abuse in the fourth degree. Allegation is that on or about August 2nd, you were driving the car at Harding's while you were intoxicated, and you had 2 previous convictions for that, making it a third offense, operating while intoxicated. You're also charged with child abuse in the fourth degree. With having an act with a child in the car, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and probation for up to 5 years. Mr. Joshua Robert, the chief assistant, is here. And Mr. John Bush is here with the defendant. Mr. Robert, what's the plea offer here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to OWI second and child abuse fourth degree. The felony charge of OWI third will be dismissed.
Now, this particular brand of child abuse makes her ineligible for an interlock device. There is another just child abuse that's not under the motor vehicle code. I'll take the plea, and then before sentence, we'll look into that. This has come up several times over the years in sobriety court. There's a child abuse fourth misdemeanor that doesn't involve a motor vehicle. Let's just say there was a child abuse that happened in a home. This particular way this is charged, it's under the motor vehicle code. And if someone's convicted of this, they're not eligible for an interlock device in sobriety court. We could do the same charge, not under the motor vehicle code, and leave that option open. But
no, that's what we're doing, the child abuse, the criminal code, not OWI with an occupant under 16 under the motor vehicle code.
Well, the way this is charged, it's 750-136B. Oh, that's not motor vehicle code.
I didn't think it was connected with the
okay, code. So it is that other child abuse. All right, the not motor vehicle code one. Ms. Pangle, you were here earlier all morning during all the misdemeanor arraignments when I went through the advice of rights. Did you hear me go through that?
Yes.
All right, you seem a little hesitant. That's the part where I told people they had to have a right to have an attorney and all the rights that went with it. You'll be giving those up by entering this plea. Do you understand? There won't be a trial in this matter if you plead to this charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Let me ask you a question. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge?
No.
Or promise you anything other than that this felony charge would be dismissed?
That I wouldn't have a felony, that I would still have a license.
Well, you won't have a license. You're going to lose your driver's license. It's going to be revoked. If you go to sobriety court and you're eligible for our programming, you could get a license with an interlock. But this charge will require that your driver's license be revoked. Let's take a look at your driving record. If you get 2 drunk drivings within a 7-year period, your license is revoked.
She may not come under that. You know, she has the priors are spaced out 10+ years apart.
Well, good point. So I don't know the answer to that. You could be, you're right, if you have 2 priors in 7 years, it's revoked. Yours are spread out. OUI third lasts a lifetime. But even an operating while intoxicated first would require that your license be suspended. So at minimum, it's going to be suspended.
Here's the twist. Even though Jessica's prior DUIs are over 10 years apart, Michigan law still counts them for life. That means this third strike could revoke her license entirely. Fair rule or too harsh?
Suspended for a period of time. If you do sobriety court and you're eligible for an interlock device, after 45 days, we could put an interlock in your car. Let's talk about this. They allege that this happened on August 8th, as I said. Let's take a look at that. I don't think I know much about this. I didn't. There was no bond information sheet. There was no affidavit of probable cause, so I didn't have any supportive facts. So let's make sure we're on the same wavelength here. Your license right now is valid. You got a 625G permit, which is one of the things they give you, a paper license after you get arrested. Once this conviction hits your record, you're going to be suspended. One of your charges was in St. Joe County in 2013, and one was in Kalamazoo County in 2004. So those are more than 7 years ago, but they're within your lifetime. Used to be 3 and 10 years. Now it's just 3 in a lifetime. So I want you to make sure that you understand that if you plead to any drinking driving charge, your license is going to be suspended for a period of time. Does that change your mind about what you want to do?
I'll lose my job.
Yes.
Right now, I can continue working until figure it out.
Yes.
I have to have it.
Well, you won't lose it until we get sentenced. But yes, there's a big consequence for drinking and driving. I don't make the rules, but if I put you in sobriety court, I can get you a license with an interlock, but that takes at least 45 days. Where do you work?
Well, in 3 Rivers, I do home health care, and I moved to Sturgis. That's the day I got arrested.
I think you told me some of that at your arraignment. What's the blood alcohol level here, Mr. Robert?
It was a 0.144.
What time of day was it?
Second. Was in the afternoon.
That was
6 p.m.
Okay. All right, Ms. Pangle, I don't want to make you do something you don't want to do. If you wish to avail yourself of the plea, the felony charge would be dismissed. I don't know any of the facts yet. I'm going to ask you some questions to try to establish the facts. If you don't wish to take the plea, we could set the matter for a preliminary examination next week, and they can attempt to see if there's enough evidence to bind the matter over to circuit court. If you're convicted of the felony charge, you're going to have to do 200 hours of community service and have your license revoked and not be eligible for sobriety court, probably. Although we even do sobriety court from felony cases. But you're gonna lose your license. You understand? You have to speak your answer.
Yes.
All right, does that change your mind about what you want to do here?
I don't know what to do. I have my kids to take care of and get to school, and I shouldn't even, I moved the car out of the driveway.
All right, well, I don't know any of the facts yet. I said this earlier, I don't make the law. The Supreme Court does by case law, and the legislature does by statute. I'm bound to follow it. So I don't know any of the facts yet, but I know if you get a drunk driving conviction, you're going to lose your driver's license for a period of time. If you get convicted of this felony, you are hosed. You're going to have a felony charge on your record. You won't get your license. You'll have to go to the driver license appeal division about 3 years from now to try to get your license back. The best option you got is sobriety court and an interlock after.
Listen to this moment carefully. Jessica admits she just moved the car, but under Michigan law, that's still operating while intoxicated. One desperate move can turn into a felony charge. Would you have done the same?
45 days. But someone that's 144 at 6 o'clock in the afternoon with a child in the car is probably someone that's appropriate for our sobriety court program. I can't make the charge go away. I can't just wave my magic wand and say, sorry, we'll take it back. It's on there. You have a felony hanging over your head, and this is the plea offer. So, do you want to think about it for a little while? Mr. Bush has to go out to the jail.
So what will happen?
Well, she's asking what the plea offer is, and
Well, the plea offer is to dismiss the felony, plead to the misdemeanor charge of driving suspended,
DUI second.
driving while intoxicated, second, and the child abuse charge, both of which are 1-year misdemeanors, but would allow you to keep your driver's license. Now, you were just in here in August. What was that one about? I can't remember.
I had called,
Oh, I don't say anything more about it.
sorry.
Let me look at it. You had a bunch of old driving suspended charges, but eventually you got your license back. You got charged in 24 with something, and the prosecutor didn't authorize it. I'm looking for that other 25 case, and I don't see it. Where was that? No, that's the same thing. All right, well, we gotta do something because we've got 20 other cases waiting their turn. We can either go ahead with the plea. If I take the plea, I'm not gonna sentence you today. I'm gonna get some more information. I'm gonna get the police report, blood lab reports, breathalyzer reports, video, that sort of thing to figure out what the deal is and look more carefully at your driving record.
Okay.
Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
All right. Did anyone threaten you to get you to plead to this charge
No.
or promise you anything?
No.
All right. Josh, maybe this will be easier if you would send me a copy of the police report.
Sure.
All right. Were you at the Harding store on August 2nd at about 6 o'clock in the afternoon? That was a Saturday.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
I was packing that day, me and the kids. I had finally was able to buy myself a car, get a good job, and we were moving out away from Daniel Schultz after 13 years. It was a very unhealthy living.
Well, that domestic violence charge that you got arrested on in the summer was Daniel Schultz also, but they didn't charge you with anything.
I had called on him. They said it was unlikely.
Well, you spent a night in jail and
I
there was
did.
no charge. All right, so, okay. So you went to Harding's.
So him and his girlfriend came home that morning while I was packing. His family was coming the next day with a truck and trailer from South Bend to help me and the kids. They're very supportive of me and the kids. Him and his girlfriend showed up, and yes, I had been drinking. I wasn't going anywhere. It's just packing. He knew that. Him and his girlfriend came. They had been drinking, and it just turned into nothing but fighting. He eventually he called the police, and I'm not even sure why. The girlfriend took off because I think she's on probation, maybe something. And
The judge isn't buying excuses. Jessica insists she barely drove, but her blood alcohol was 0.151, nearly twice the legal limit. It's a heartbreaking cycle: domestic chaos, alcohol, and kids caught in the middle. Can she really break free this time?
the officer asked if I could leave, if there was some place I could go. And I said, no, I'm packing. We're leaving tomorrow in the morning when the family comes. He asked me again, and I didn't have anywhere to go. After that, they left. The girlfriend came back, and same thing started happening. He was dumping my boxes out that I'd packed, just dumped beer all over me, slammed my ankle in the doorway. It was horrible. Scared.
All right, let's get to you're deflecting. All that stuff probably happened.
Yes.
The police report said they already knew you were drunk.
Right.
High officer editor was dispatched for a suspicious situation. Jessica Pangle just left with the caller's daughter, your husband called, in a gray SUV. I already spoke with Jessica earlier on a domestic dispute, and I knew she was very intoxicated. So the cops had dealt with you earlier that afternoon, and you're drunk. All right, so you drive from Grant Avenue to Harding's?
I pulled out of, he started messing with the car. He told me to get the car out of his driveway before he did something to it. I believed him. I was scared. So I got in the car. My daughter, she came out, she's like, can we go? And like, I had finally gotten a hold of a couple friends. I was waiting for a couple friends to meet me there.
Stop.
I pulled out
All right.
and pulled into the parking lot across the
How
road.
far was it from?
Our driveway, when you,
Are you on that little
Back up.
dead end street that's
It's not that you face Fred's Pharmacy.
Yes. And it tees into Andrew's school.
Correct. We're
So that little
directly-
1 block stretch of Grant Street.
Yeah, when you pull back out of my driveway, it backs right into theirs, into the,
All right, so
To their
essentially you
drive.
just drove across the street.
correct, parked it, and I went inside to get more boxes and was walking back across the parking lot over to the house with a box. My daughter was still in the car with the cat. We were waiting for my friend Jess to get there. And then the officer pulled into the parking lot. And my friend, she ended up showing up while I was being arrested. I wasn't going anywhere. I understand I got behind the wheel. I understand that. And I shouldn't have. I was trying to protect transportation. I felt backed into a corner. I didn't think. I was just trying to get out of there.
All right, well, you drove across the street, your blood alcohol on a PBT was 151. You're minimizing the fact that you're drunk while all this is going on. You're not making good decisions. People lose their judgment, they lose their inhibitions, and it is very unpleasant for me to hear. You're packing up to move, you're drunk, he's drunk, your kids are there. It's a Saturday afternoon, it's just another day in paradise. There's an alcohol elephant in the room here that we need to acknowledge. But I'll accept your plea. I'm gonna make a referral to sobriety court. What were you drinking? It says in the report it was beer.
Bush Light. I'm 19 days clean. I've been going to meetings and I'm in with Pivotal and
Very good.
I feel so much better. It feels good to be out of there with the kids.
All right. We're gonna have to get an assessment and do some other things.
She may have had the assessment. She is doing services at Pivotal. I guess we can see exactly what they did.
All right.
Can I have that stuff here with me?
Do you work for an agency?
I work for Home Health Joy. I'm a home health aide. So, and I love my job. And, you know, with the drinking and the decision I made,
Well, there's
I'm so
time
scared I'm gonna
to
lose
work
it.
on repairing it.
they know what's going on, you know, and as of right now, they're, you know, so to just keep working and we'll deal with it as it comes.
John, are you available on October 13th at 11?
I would have to make a call to check that.
Good morning, Andrea. This is Judge Middleton calling. I'm on the bench here with John. Is he available Monday morning, October 13th at 11? So you have status conferences at 9. Would you be free by?
That's multiple felonies. That's
All right.
conferences.
How about the next week? Let's look at 3. October 20th. right, let's set it for October 20th at 11. All right, thank you. Bye. Now, Ms. Pangle, I want you to continue with Pivotal. Continue with your sobriety. Are you doing any support groups? AA or Celebrate?
Yeah, I've gone to both, to a few of them. I met with a recovery coach with Pivotal.
Who's your recovery coach?
I haven't met her yet. I believe her name is Betsy.
All right. She'll
I
be all
meet
over.
her Thursday,
All right.
but I've already seen the psychiatrist there. They've got a whole plan for me here. All support.
All right. This is probably very promising. Sentencing date is October 20th at 11. All right, I want you to take this out to the court office and they'll give you some information about when to come back.
In the end, Judge Middleton accepts Jessica's plea and refers her to sobriety court, a chance for redemption instead of ruin. This case shows how thin the line is between recovery and relapse. What's your take on the judge's decision? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
And we'll deal with this. We'll look into your the case. There's a video. It might be painful for you to watch this video. Sometimes I make people watch the video and see how drunk they actually were. But we'll see. I think you're going to be a great fit for sobriety court. Hopefully you'll be eligible for it. He'll take you out to the counter. I'll give